All right, here we go. Winner goes to the semifinal game. Rich Rebels against the Monticello Buckaroos. Tip-off goes out of bounds off of Monticello. Be Rich Rebel ball. Emma Peart takes the ball out to Wallenstein. And the game is off and running. Gary McKee here with David Tebbs. And we want to thank John Lee and Derek Anderson for bringing you these events all day long. MySportsGuys.com. Appreciate their services, staying here all day they start about 8 o'clock in the morning, they get off about 11 o'clock tonight. Pass into Peterson from Emma Peart. Peterson up and good for 2. That's one thing that we never saw anything of the second half yesterday against Panguitch. That I could maybe a shot or 2.
Peterson tough inside if she gets the ball in there.
She's
great.
Panguitch found a way to shut that down already. She's got 2 points up there, 2-0 Rebels. Up top, 12 Chadwick and Deanda. Excuse me, I'll get these names down. Deanda, Chadwick, and then out there also Keith. Over to Deanda. Back up to Chadwick. Chadwick being guarded by Peart. Ellen Peart. Emma Peart. It's pressure up top on Deanda. 25. Clark in there as well for the Buckaroos. Handling the ball. Over to Keith. Keith looking at Deanda. Passes it up. Kick the ball out to Bay.
Shot up, long rebound.
Keith unable to connect, and Peterson gets the rebound and brings it out to Valentine, who's pushing the ball up to Brown. Valentine passes down the 3, kicks it into Emma Peart for 2. Easy 2.
Boy, that was a great pass from Valentine.
Yeah, she showed shot and kicked it down. Underneath to Emma Peart. Bay up top, over to long shot up, good by Keith. Clark, excuse me, that was Clark. Brown bringing it down for the Rebels. Peterson muscles her way in, unable to connect, rebound off to Bay. Bay kicking it out to Clark. Clark bringing it down for the Buckaroos. The Buckaroos are going to have a game to pull this off against. They are certainly coming in as the underdog. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, I agree. You know, the Monticello's got to play aggressive and
get their shots to go in. Dribble drive, and she's going to get fouled and scores.
That was a great move by Deanda.
She'll get the bucket and be able to tighten this down to a 1-point ball game. She puts this free throw in. They're going to have a lot of that. And certainly.
And shot up's good.
So 4-3 ball game. Rebels, I'm thinking they still have a little score to settle from the Monticello Buckaroos upsetting them in the volleyball last year. So yeah. Probably have a little bit of 3-pointer up by Brown and good. You know, I was just talking to her father that coaches the boys team, and boy, everyone's just talking about how that college line is just messing up that 3-pointer out there for these kids, because that's what shows up as the college line. The other line just kind of blends in. Yeah, that's where they should be shooting from.
We've seen it for 2 days now. They're shooting a foot behind that line, which also we've seen a lot of shots made from there, showing the range.
Yeah.
But it's definitely messed them up more than it's helped, or more than we've seen make shots. I don't know.
Right, yeah. Well, it's changing the game out there for them. Keith to Clark, now over to Bay. Bay back out to Clark. Clark to Keith. And Chadwick. I wonder if she's a sister. There was a Chadwick that was very good from Monticello. played a couple years ago, or guessing she may be a sister.
Long rebound to Peterson.
Valentine to Brown. Brown from 3 again. She turns it down, kicks it over to Peterson. She passes up the jumper.
Brown, a great shot. She gets her feet under her, gets that elbow in. Good arch up on the shot. Really good shooter. She hit some big shots there yesterday, too.
Yesterday she hit a couple big shots to pull that game off of it. Now, Cammie Lamborn in for Ellen Peart. Try to add a little quickness and strength to the Rebels. Some offense and defense. So Clark, Keith, up the ball at the top now to Clark. Clark dribble drive and gets it to go down. So she's got a couple of points. 7-5, 2-point ball game. Valentine over to Lamborn. Brown passes up the shot from the corner again. Valentine reverses. Skip pass to Brown from Lamborn. Up and no good. Rebound to Chadwick. Chadwick's going to get fouled by Brown.
Brown for a second personal.
Chadwick's a sophomore out there. And Deonda bringing the ball down.
And 30 into the game for the Buckaroos. Sheeran.
That's a nice pass to Chadwick. She's able to finish. Dribble drive by Valentine. Tries to get over to Peart. She's going to get fouled. They're going to give that foul to
25. Clark.
And now Peart back in the game for Brown. Lamborn back down to Peart. Peart from the 5-foot jumper. Up and good. Assist Lamborn, 9-5.
So Peart with 4 in the game so far. Minute 58 to go in the first quarter.
I think her sister has the other 2.
Long shot by.
Maybe not.
Yeah, Brown with 3 and Pearson with Peart.
Nice pass from Peart to Valentine. Valentine unable to connect, but Peterson's there to clean it up with her height and makes an 11-5 ball game. Deanda up top. Clark dribble drive, gets away with the travel. No, she doesn't get away with the travel. Gets caught. Bay back in for Monticello, in for Clark. Peart, down to her sister Peart. Valentine, dribble drive, kicking it to Lamborn. Lamborn jump shot up and no good. Peterson over the back. Easy call.
Yeah. It's hard because that ball is just right there. When you're so tall, you can just reach out and grab it.
She's bigger than the other girls. I'm thinking, hey, I need to be getting after that ball, but she's in the wrong spot. And
yeah.
As soon as that lean goes in, she's going to pick up that foul. Deanda bringing the ball down for the Buckaroos. Buckaroos are very much in this game still. A minute left in the first quarter. Dribble drive. Keith, no good. Rebound Lamborn. Lamborn trying to push the tempo. She's going to get travel.
Cut that dribble a little too high. You know, when you're going down on a fast break like that, the adrenaline running, you can push it down on the floor a little harder than normal.
She was thinking dunk.
Yeah. Definitely.
All right, 50 seconds left. Buckaroos keeping this game close. Bay up top. Dribble drive. She's going to travel or just lose the ball. Emma Peart picks it up. Can she go coast to coast? She does.
And she gets it. Keith brings across midcourt.
Keith looking to Chadwick. No, this should go over to Sharon.
Sheeran, looks like maybe.
Sharon.
Oh, is that what it is, Sharon?
Coach told me Sharon. I hope that's what it is. Wallenstein with rebound off the missed shot from DeAnda. Lamborn at the buzzer, in and out. 13-5 ball game.
You know, it takes a lot of time and come down to call the games and stuff. The sponsors definitely.
We can't do it without them. So thank you, and making it happen for these kids. They can get the coverage, and you get there's thousands of people to watch these games day in, day out.
If you're watching and you see one of the owners or managers, one of the sponsors, hey, let them know you appreciate it. Peart, right side to Wallenstein.
3. And notice it was a little short, and look where she shot from.
Yeah, foot behind the line.
Lamborn's going to get a foul. Takes out Chadwick. Chadwick was asking her teammate, what freight train just derailed me?
Yeah. Clark.
Up top, Clark trying to run the offense. Chadwick operating from the corner. Lamborn, aggressive play. And Chadwick goes at her and scores. Peart out to Wallenstein. Wallenstein up 3-point area. Peart over to Emma Peart. Lamborn kicks it to Ellen. Emma over to Lamborn into nice pass to Wallenstein. Wallenstein to Peart. What a great exchange. Starting with a Lamborn pass to Wallenstein. Passing that before Wallenstein even came clear, knowing where she was going. And then Wallenstein kicking it over to Peart, Emma Peart, for 2.
That's as good of ball movement as I've seen the entire tournament.
Great job. 15-7. Ellen trying to get a count on Clark. And Sharon kicks it up to Keith. Keith to Bay. Bay looking to dribble drive, going to turn it down. Pass it over to Chadwick. Chadwick dribble drive. Clark looked at the shot, passed it up. He's going to take this one from the elbow. In and out. Peterson with the rebound. Wallenstein over to Lamborn. Nice pass into Peart, unable to handle it. Ellen Peart. Lamborn for 3. Just off the mark. Rebounded by Sharon. And looks like coming back into the game is DeAnda.
We're going to run some video on it.
Nice screen for Clark. Over to Bay. Bay unable to connect. Peterson going to go out of bounds on Peterson.
So a good position by Sharon on the rebound.
Brown now in for Rich. She comes in for Ellen Peart. Nice pass. Great screen up top from DeAnda to clear the way for Bay. Is that who put that in? Was
yeah,
Bay?
It was Bay.
Nice screen to clear that. Lamborn from the wing. Reverse to Brown, up for 3. And Gooden, notice where she shot from. She came inside and got it to the right line and knocked it down.
Knocks it down. That's her second 3 of the game.
So hot shooting Brown. She nailed a couple of them yesterday. Looks like she's got a couple today already.
So her dad's the coach of the boys team?
Yeah, he coaches the boys team, also the football coach, and also the coach of the year in 1A, by the way.
Wow, congratulations,
Coach
Brown.
They honored him the same day they honored my sports guys, actually, for bringing all these events statewide.
Wow, great.
Yeah, they gave us an award for that. It was a nice day. Anyway, Coach Ashley Brown got Coach of the Year.
So I'm betting she spent a few hours in the gym.
Yeah.
Growing up.
Yep. Exactly. All right, taking it out is Chadwick for the Buckaroos. Chadwick up and no good.
And they're going to say, they're going to call a rebounding foul on Bay.
Monticello
on that shot.
Bay not able to connect. We sure appreciate all the sponsors from all these regions in 1A to bring these events to you. Lamborn saves that one, brings it into Peterson. Peterson up for two. Nice pass by Lamborn over to Peterson.
You know, it was what made that effective was she drove to the defense, drew him just enough to lob that over to Peterson.
Something that's hard to teach, and it's something that Cammie Lamborn has definitely figured out that part of her game. Being able to pass the ball very well all year long. Chadwick up and from the elbow, great shot by Zoe Chadwick. Again, I'd like to find out if, I swear I was calling another good player for Monticello, another Chadwick, a couple of years ago, and she was a good player. I wonder if she's a relative.
You can, if you're watching it from Monticello, you can actually send that info at mysportsguys.com and let us know.
That's info at mysportsguys.com. How Peterson got that one to go in. She almost threw that in backwards. But she does, and how many does Peterson have in this game so far?
Unofficially, my stats show she's got 8 points so far.
Yeah, I think that's about right. I was thinking about 8. So Chadwick trying to dribble drive out to Deanda. Clark passes up the shot. Deanda from the wing. A lot of contact underneath. Peterson goes down.
Bay calling for it as Peterson hustles and gets up.
Yeah. Should have got it into her while they had a chance. Just off is calling a tip, so she could have gone back court. Chadwick gets it before it does. Dribble drive. It's into Bay. Bay nowhere to go with Peterson there. Clark from the elbow, deep elbow. No good. Rebound Walentine. Walentine going to push it up to Brown. Dribble drive. She's going to get fouled. No good on the shot, but she's going to get fouled by Deanda. Deanda, her first foul. And Brown will go to the line shooting 2. This free throw brought to you by Bear Lake Realty. All your real estate needs in the Bear Lake Valley, go to bearlakerealty.com. Brown misses her first. Rebels have the Buckaroos doubled up. At this point, Brown misses both. A rare miss for Brown on her free throws. To miss both, and score stays the same, and certainly Buckaroos are very well still in striking distance. Lamborn, a lot of pressure on Deanda up top. Chadwick being guarded by Walentine. Switch to Peterson. Now there's got to be a mismatch somewhere. Bay and Walentine underneath. Pass into
Keith, shot by Deanda, and Chadwick comes out with the rebound, puts it up
over
again.
the top of Peterson.
Deanda with the rebound, and Brown's going to be called with a foul.
That was a great hustle all the way around by the Monticello Buckaroos, keeping that ball alive. 3 offensive boards there, it seemed like, was it? At least 2 or 3.
That's 3 fouls for Brown.
That'll be a big hit for
Big
the
foul,
Rebels.
yeah. Minute 31 to go in the first half.
Nice pass into Bay. Emma Peart with some good defense, but Walentine's going to foul Bay. Or excuse me, Sharon And Sharon's going to go to the free throw line shooting 2. Nice jump shot. Watch how she does a little different routine. She takes a step back and takes a little jumper. That one good, and both of them good.
Right down the middle.
Valentine bring it up, left wide open. She turns it down and goes into Peart. Peart still pretty much open. Takes it in for an easy 2. So
that's 10
Emma
for
Peart.
That's 10 for Emma Peart the first half so far.
Deonda starting the offense for the Buckaroos. Over to Bay, now to Sharon. Sharon up top, passes down the 3. Chadwick. Dribble drive on Peart, going to get fouled. She's going to go to the free throw line, shooting 2. So in foul trouble now is only the Rebels with Brown with 3. Ellen Peart picking up her first. Chadwick's shot, first shot, no good. By the way, if you want to sponsor your team out there, info at mysportsguys.com. Make sure and sponsor your team and make these games happen. Info at mysportsguys.com. Let us know who you are and what you want us to say, and we'll get you on here. Or if you have a logo you want to send, just email it, and we'll get it on. Valentine. Over to Lamborn. Lamborn dribble drive, trying to get over to Peterson. Peterson is going to get fouled by Sharon. No, Peterson's going to foul.
So that's going to be Peterson's second foul, I believe.
That was her second.
That's going to put 30. Sharon on the line.
Now set to check in is Weston. Carol Weston for the Rich Rebels.
First shot up by Sharon's good. It's her third free throw of the game.
Yeah, she has a good
She's
system.
made.
It works out just great. She steps up and takes a little jumper. Now, and I jinxed her.
Yeah.
Right there.
Ellen Peart trying to go into Carol Weston, unable to connect. Bay with a dribble drive down, kicks it over to, excuse me, that was Deonda to kick it over to Bay.
Bay with the shot for 2. 14 seconds to go in the first half. Lamborn, Peart.
And really, the Buckaroos
On
have pulled
time,
this.
down to 9 seconds. Lamborn in the corner, short, rebound to Bay. 1 second, and time's going to expire.
But I'll tell you what, for this game was going to get away from them, and they're only down 7 points going into the halftime. Rebels not with their best showing, and they're letting the Buckaroos stay within striking distance. Paradise Realty, Willis Ranch. We thank our sponsors for bringing you these games. (24-17). Rebels, Emma Peart for a long shot. No good. Clark's got the rebound long and takes too many steps. Gonna get called for the travel. Teb, surprisingly, we're a 24-17 game. It's anybody's ball game here.
It is. Both teams in it. You know, and they've just, it's almost like a boxing one on Peterson. Chadwick just chasing her everywhere she goes.
It's a smart do. Emma Peart
Wow,
over to
nice
Peterson.
pass.
And a great job, and that's always hurts about, when you try to double down, is if you can get that ball in to the high midsection, free throw higher, just in that area, it makes it tough to defend a double team on the post. So great adjustment by the Rebels. Deonda over to
Clark
Clark.
for 3. Again, just kind of that dark orange line, that much short.
Again, I told you in talking to some other coaches, it's a little frustrating for them because they felt like that, for a 1A state tournament, that not to be too critical, but that it definitely is something that we see or they're having to deal with.
Yeah.
That shot right there. All right, 26-17.
And if the other line were a little bit darker, maybe that would help. I don't know.
Peterson's going to get called over the back.
Kind of same as one of the fouls in the first half. Just the ball's right there. Wants to reach over and grab it. She got it.
Yeah, she was just right there, and smartly, I think it was Bay that was
Backed
walking
into her.
around, and it just makes it look even double worse. So as that ball goes off of Brown out of bounds. Abby Chadwick was the player from Monticello a few years ago. She is the sister to Zoe Chadwick.
All right, cool.
So
Now, some of
benefits
these,
of doing this for years and years and years.
some of these communities, if it's a common name, you
Yeah, absolutely.
pick right up on it.
It's like Glebe in the last,
Yeah, Glebe and
Chadwick's
Westwood
and Westwoods and and Pearts and West
Wallentine. That's a name from up that way. Lambourne. Is that a name from up that way?
Absolutely, yeah. And then they just keep coming, just goes on and on for everyone. That's what I love about 1-8 ball. I'd rather watch this than pro any day. 3 up and no good. And again, a little deep on the 3. Keith trying to get that 3 to go down, and it was a little short again. Ellen Peart with the rebound, brings it down herself over to Wallentine. Wallentine dribble drive over to Peterson. Peterson up and good.
So Peterson able to seal the defender behind her and get position on that. And Wallentine with a great pass across the baseline. And Keith and Buckaroos want a timeout.
Yeah, the 11-point lead. That's probably a good move. Wanted to make sure that they don't let the game get away from them. Mention mysportsguys.com. You get 10% off. So Holiday Inn Express, great place. They have a continental breakfast. Holiday Inn Express. Here, you book your rooms for 1A boys in a couple of weeks. 2A, just book your room. Holiday Inn Express.
And you want to book them early. You run the risk of
especially there.
Yeah. Nice, clean rooms. Affordable rate.
Absolutely. All right. Buckaroos. Deanda. Reversing it. Trying to go over to Bay.
It was off the leg of Brown.
Keith bring it into Deanda. Deanda up top. Reversing it to Keith. Keith now over to Sharon. Back over to Deanda. Back into Bay to Chadwick. Chadwick unable to connect. Wallentine comes down with it. Out to Brown. Brown. Back over to Wallentine setting the offense. No, they're going to go over to Ellen Peart. Down to her sister Emma. And Emma slid her pivot foot. Got caught. Turned the ball over. Rebels. Clark into Deanda for the Buckaroos. This is a matchup that seems to happen a lot. Is Rich and Monticello. They match up a lot in football, volleyball, basketball, girls and boys. It's always been a very respected time when the two teams meet a lot, and we meet them a lot.
Yeah. It's always a competitive bout, isn't it?
Yep. Okay, up top, Keith. Reversing Deanda. Deanda over to Sharon. Sharon, the baseline. Chadwick. Yeah, it was Chadwick. Unable to make anything happen. Emma Peart trying to go to the hole. Gets hit out of bounds off the Buckaroos. Cammie Lambourne coming in for the Rebels. Along with Chelsea Arrington. Lambourne. Wallentine reverse over to Brown for 3. They're going to call a moving screen, looks like on Arrington. She comes in the game and immediately picks up a moving screen foul.
Chelsea Arrington for the first personal.
So the Rebels going to the bench a little early. Deep into it, 10 deep now.
Valentine gets a finger on it.
Left hand because she can get it all the way, and great defensive play by Clark.
She's 25. Yeah, Clark just stripped that ball, timed it just right.
I think Coach Ferguson wanted a foul, but from here it looked like it was a great defensive play. Brown now for three, off the mark. Lamborn with the rebound, trying to get over to Brown, unable to connect.
And Chadwick comes out with the ball. Cross court to Clark, shot up, and it's good.
Great fast break and pass by Chadwick over to Clark, and Clark with the finish. So it cuts it to a 9-point game again. Lamborn from the wing, dribble drive. They're going to call block. She's going to go get 2 shots out of it.
Good strong move by Lamborn.
Bay's going to pick up the foul. It's her second. Emma Peart getting set to check back into the game for the Rebels. Cammie Lamborn unable to connect on the free throw. Back in for Arrington is Emma Peart. Timeout called by the Buckaroos. Very inexpensive advertising. You get thousands and thousands that log on to Deseret News as well as mysportsguys.com. And it's a great place to get some advertising. Lamborn unable to connect on both free throws. Brown coming down with the rebound. Valentine from the wing over to Lamborn. Lamborn passes up the shot. Brown dribble drive on the baseline. A lot of contact, no call. Chadwick with the rebound over to Deanna. Deanna bringing it down for the Buckaroos. Dribble drive on the baseline by Bay. Lamborn defending on the play. He's going to get the steal. Jump ball. They're going to call a jump, and it's going to go to the Buckaroos. So with 2:09, they're only down 9 points. Buckaroos.
Yeah, they're still right in it. Chadwick for three.
A long three, too. And again, she's way behind that line. And you got to wonder.
Yeah.
You know, if you're a player and you're just trying to use your peripheral vision, and that because the other line just blends right into the court.
Yeah, they should have, both
Back
dark.
Lamborn with a nice pass into Peterson. Peterson ain't able to get it. Wallenstein gets the rebound, but she's going to get fouled by Sharon. Sharon's first foul.
And the shot by Wallenstein is good. She's had some great passes. Handles the ball on top. That's her first point of the game, according to my book.
For Wallenstein?
Yeah, second. But like I said, she's had some great assists.
Well, they put the press on and immediately get points from Brown off of that. And they go right back.
Just caught them off guard a little. The Buckaroos.
32-19. I think Coach Ferguson chooses not to leave the press on. Maybe wait to see if he needs to use that later in the game. Minute 14 left in the third, and we have a 32-19 ball game. And again, if you want to support your teams out there, info at mysportsguys.com. Valentine going to get the steal. Oh, both her and Clark overrun it. They're going to give that foul to Clark.
Clark going to get the foul on that one.
It's always a tough situation because there's a loose ball out there because both of them are going after it. Ref makes the best call they can. Trying to figure out who to give the contact to. Brown from the wing. Coming up in the late game is going to be Milford and St. Joe, and I say that's going to be a barn burner.
I think it's going to be a good game. Both teams have some great strengths, and they should match up pretty well.
It should match up because they both have some quick guards and good guards, and then they both have some bigger bigs inside. Great matchup.
Should be a great matchup.
Okay, Wallentyne. Brown into Wallentyne. Lamborn over to Brown again on the other side, and she's going to knock down that three. And now look where she shot from. She's the one. She's got it down, and she gets on the right line, and she's knocking her down. That's her third this game. Hot hand, 35-19.
And Brown with 11 so far. Clark over to Deanda. Up quick to Brown. Takes it in. Good.
Scores. Making her dad proud. Brown. Okay, Deanda. It's got to get something going. The game is getting out of hand for Monticello. They're digging a hole that almost up to 20, 18-point lead now. They got to get some offense. 10 seconds left in the quarter.
Ball tipped out of bounds by Lamborn.
Fine. Cammie brings Lamborn brings a lot of quickness and that defensive end of the court.
And the buzzer, and rebound to Peterson. So after 3 quarters of play, it's 37-19.
Deanda wanted to see that three-pointer go in, help out her cause, and get it back into a little closer to reach. 37-19, starting into the fourth quarter. Looks like Ellen Peart will be checking back into the game for the Rebels.
So neither team in the one-on-ones yet. The Buckaroos with 4 fouls. The Rich with just 2 in this second half.
Yeah, fairly clean game so far. The second half, nobody huge problems. And let's also thank the quality in here at Richfield. Jordan is the manager over there. Quality in at Richfield. You can book your rooms there at 435-896-5465. That's 435-896-5465. Make sure and work with Quality Inn here. Great place to stay, great rates. Quality Inn Richfield. All right, starting the fourth quarter, 37-19, Wallentyne up top, being guarded by Clark. The Buckaroos dropped into a man-to-man now. See if they get something going that way. They got to get some offense going. Dribble drive, Lamborn over to Peterson. Great pass. Peterson unable to finish, but she gets fouled. Lamborn with a dribble drive and a great pass over to Peterson.
Peterson always ready for that pass, and that takes a lot of time to be able to read each other like that. A lot of time, a lot of basketball together. Most players are going to be looking for the rebound, but Peterson knows that they might drop that into her.
That's excellent catch by Peterson, and it's going to look like that free throw is going to go down. Misspoke and say it might get her team a couple of points. No good. This free throw. Up and good. God, for all your Bear Lake needs, that free throw brought to you by BearLake.net. Lamborn with the steal, and she can't get to go in. Third time's a charm, no, but she gets fouled by Deanda.
Third time will be a charm if you're from the line. She'll go to the line shooting 2 on that one. It's like she got a finger in the eye or a hand or something. That's Keith's first foul, 16th foul for the Buckaroos.
Lamborn shot up and good. So 39-19 opens up the largest lead of the game, 20 points, but Wallentyne's going to foul Clark. Third team foul, so they're not shooting yet. Keith into Deanda. Deanda brings it down, kicks it over to Clark. Clark, Deanda. Keith from the wing. Chadwick, baseline. Deanda. Clark to Sharon. Deanda, dribble drive. Good. Can't get it to go in.
That was a great drive by Deanda. Quick crossover.
Oh, nice here look by Lamborn. Again, great pass. Lets the play develop and kicks it down to Emma Peart right when she needs and finishes for a 41-19 lead. Ellen Peart out on Chadwick. Deanda reversing the ball.
6:35 to go in the game, 41-19.
Keith on the baseline. Chadwick for three. Nope, she's not going to shoot it.
And the Buckaroos got to get some shots going if they're going to get back into this.
There's a three by Deanda, up and in and out. Boy, that came in, went down about as far as you can go without it going in.
Popped right back out.
Ellen Peart tries to reverse it. Boy, Wallentine was wide open. Didn't look for the shot on the cutting in. Gets it, kicks it over to Lamborn. Lamborn for two, up and good. So it's 5:39 left. Looks like the Rebels making a run here that Monticello Buckaroos can't seem to find a way to stop. And 5.5 minutes left in the game. Opens up a 43-19 lead. Just email your logo. We'll get it on. Just they all like to see you. Thanks for your sponsorship and supporting the kids and supporting mysportsguys.com, Deseret News, and 1A basketball. It's surprising how much, that 1A gets as much viewership as 5A.
Yeah, I've heard.
Don't you love that? And why? Because it's the best sport there is out there. 1A is as purest form of sports as there are, and great following, great families have been following us for a long time. Chadwick, dribble drive. She's going to get hammered by Ellen Peart. And into the game, let's call some names out here. Or did you already do that?
No, I haven't.
All right, so into the game for the Rebels, we have 24, Abby Watcott. Also back into the game, Chelsea Arrington. Number 11, Carol Weston. And 3, Kimberly Weston.
Next time we do Devon's Repair, here's the script for Devon's Repair. It's the second paragraph.
All right, dribble drive by Watcott. Watcott over to Peart. Peart dribble drive, kicking it to Kimberly Weston. Stolen by Deanda. Deanda, dribble drive. Going to take it coast to coast. Can she finish with her left? No, she doesn't. Bay picks up the rebound. Mary Bay going to get fouled and go to the free throw line shooting two. And this free throw brought to you by Devon's Repair in Monticello. It's been keeping you on the road. Auto and truck repair, tires and towing. Devon's has been with you every step of the way. Give them a call at 587-2384.
And the second one's good.
And we thank Devon's Repair for sponsoring the game today.
Watcott brings up right side, drives in, kicks it to
Weston, Carol Weston. Stolen by
Deanda, back the other way, shot up. They're going to say it was tipped.
Tipped by the Rebels. It's going to stay Buckaroo ball.
The winner of this game advances to the semifinal game tomorrow at 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock and going to take on, a three-pointer up and good by Keith Watcott. Crossover over to Arrington, and the Rebels, younger group comes in and gets a nice fast break and finish. Watcott over to Arrington for the finish. Hughes out there for the Buckaroo. Did I miss that when she came in? But Hughes
Yeah.
is in for the Buckaroos and trying to make something happen there. Unable to. Rebel ball. Coming back into the ball game is Clark for the Buckaroos. Talk to Keith for a minute. Sure she'll be coming back in. Weston to Weston. Abby to Arrington trying to get that one to go from the baseline, unable to. Rebounded by Bay. Bay. Now kicking it to Clark. Deonda. Chadwick dribble drive and puts in the old Tom Hook shot.
That was a tough shot. She
Love
gets it
seeing
to
that.
fall.
Stolen by Clark. Clark unable to handle the ball. It's going to go out of bounds. Boy. It was going to go out of bounds off the Buckaroos, and I think it's just.
So we got a few in for the Buckaroos. Number 30, Sharon, and number 20,
Hogard. I asked the coach on that one too. I believe that's how it's pronounced. Hogard. And
15,
Cordova. And Hughes is in for him, along with Sharon. So Hogard.
and number 15 for the Rebels, Amelia Ward. Good chance for both these schools to get some players in on the floor.
You know, and it's nice, like this girl coming in for the Rebels, Ward. She's a senior, doesn't get a lot of playing time. Works, you know, has stayed in the program her whole life and works hard. And you know, you always get you a chance to thanks to those people, you know, those girls that work hard in practice, so that you got somebody to practice against. And she's coming in for the Rebel. You know, it's always nice. She gets a little.
You know, some of the better teams we've watched over the year have a bench that pushes them in practice, you know, or first 10, 15, 10, 12 players push each other every day. And that's what drives people to greatness is, you know, they can practice hard against somebody every day.
And every team has to have all those spots filled, and just some of those kids just don't get acknowledged how hard they work in practice. So it's nice to get them in a game like this in the state tournament. Arrington operate from the wing. She's going to get fouled, and she's going to be shooting.
Let's go 1-on-1.
They're going to get that foul called on Hogard. So Arrington on the line shooting a bonus 1-on-1. Chance to show up in the paper. Up and no good. Rebounded off to Arrington. She's going to can't handle it. They're going to.
Yeah, they say it was tipped into the back court. Yeah, no, they didn't have possession of it.
Watcott, dribble drive, nice crossover, kicking it over to Weston, Kimberly Weston, over to Watcott. Watcott can't handle it. They're going to give it to the Buckaroos. Nice hustle play by number 21, Michaela Hughes. Cordova bringing it down for the Buckaroos. And Hogard, kick it to Hughes. Hogard kicking it into Sharon. Sharon up for two, can't get it to go. Out of bounds, saved. Back to the Buckaroos. Cordova for two, can't get that one to go. Nice save again by Sharon, and fouled.
That's going to go on Watcott.
Hughes going to the line, or what are they going to call him? Did she call two? She did. You gave the foul to Watcott, did you say?
I think
it's her first.
That's her first foul. And first shot by Hughes off the front of the rim.
Another player in for the Rebels is Danielle Huffner.
And And the second shot up by Hughes is good.
So Hughes.
Watcott's got the player up the floor all alone.
Arrington goes coast to coast, can't get it to fall. And everybody in this gym wanted that one to go in on the Rebel side. See.
Yeah,
Amelia Ward get one in, just unable to connect. Weston into Watcott. Watcott trying to get the little fade away hook shot to go in. Can't.
It'll be Buckaroo ball. Minute 32 to go in the game.
And a minute. And just to remind you guys, coming up next, this is going to be a barn burner. St. Joe and Milford to see who's going to meet the Rebels in this semifinal game tomorrow.
And there's going to be a rebound foul.
And I'm not sure, but I'm guessing the Rebels would love to have a rematch with last year's upset.
Oh, yeah.
St. Joe and the Rebels. So see how that goes. First shot up and no good by Sharon. Excuse me. Lewis. I missed that. Lachey Lewis was the one that got fouled. From this angle, I thought that was a 30. But Lewis is shooting two. Misses her first. The shot up. Just short. Rebounded by Ward. Nope, unable to pull it down.
And there's going to be a travel.
So Sharon picking up the ball but travels with it as the whole pack falls on her.
Minute 15 to go.
Watcott handling the ball for the Rebels. Kicks it over to Arrington again. She travels.
Boy, Watcott really sees the floor well. She's had some passes. Kind of no-look passes sometimes. And really can distribute the ball well.
She's handled the ball well and done well. Oh, Weston trying to block out, Huffner trying to block out, thinking that ball is going to hit the rim and came up short. Looked like a good pass. Watcott coast to coast, going to get fouled by Cordova. Go to the free throw line shooting two. Free throw up and good by Watcott. Brought to you by Stacy's Repair in Randolph. Woodruff. But all your Rich County needs, Stacy's Repair. Both shots up and good. 47-27. Again, support your team. Info at mysportsguys.com. You got a couple of weeks of helping them out. And it's the cheapest advertising you can do. Seriously, you get great coverage. There's thousands and thousands of people that are watching. From your area, and especially places like the Bear Lake Valley that has people from the Wasatch Front. They are online with us all the time watching these games. Ward bringing the ball down for the Rebels, trying to kick it over to Watcott, unable to Cordova with the steal. Now over to Hogard. Hogard going to bring it down for the Buckaroos. Going to get stolen by Watcott. Watcott's going to go coast to coast. Can she finish? She does. And they're going to give the foul after the shot, maybe, to Cordova. Or maybe they're going to foul her on the shot. We'll see what he does. Basket good. They're going to give her one shot. I thought maybe they were going to call it after the shot.
Yeah,
it was,
give him the ball back.
Huh.
Watcott shot up good.
50-20. How many does Watcott have?
I have her down for 5.
5, that sounds about right. So 5 points for Watcott. And they come in short, and guess where she shot that?
Yeah, I know, the college 3 line. That's going to do it. 50-27, the Rich Rebels advance to meet the winner of the next game between the Milford Tigers and the St. Joe Jayhawks. So Rich will play tomorrow night at 6 o'clock.